Alright, BBPN, this is your favorite host, Carteres. Well, your favorite host since the death of Get Thing, former BBPN host and creator of the show. Apparently, the weight of the debts he owed to Red Gambling Ring was too heavy and Red had to send Grimwald to collect the debt. Sadly, there was a misunderstanding and Grimwald collected his soul instead. So, may we hold a minute of silence to his memory. Sorry about that. Enough of this anyway. So, as we all know, Fennel is on a crusade to find the truth about the disappearance of Fredan, and sadly, nobody's seen Fennel in the last 2 weeks. So, I am sorry to inform you that there won't be any Corn Division coverage this week. But we have a surprise for you, so I hope you will still enjoy this show. For now, let's go to the Nurgle Division coverage by the girls' favorite coach, Good Time.
Hello and good day. This is Good Time with Day 7 coverage of the Nurgle Division. Day 7 marks the middle of this first split. So for this one, we'll take a look at the teams and see how they're looking development-wise. Starting from the top, we can see the Undead sit undefeated at 7-0. The Denver Bone Bats, coached by Good Time. Mummy showing some good skills here in the beginning, one of which has doubles, picking up block, with the Killer White as support white and 4 ghouls rounding the roster, one of which has 4 strength, 4 agility. Steep bench here. The Bone Bats will be looking to carry this momentum to the second half. Second place, we have the Orcs, coached by Scum on the pink fluffy Unicorns. Blitzers have looked to pick up some skills here, one of which showing some agility out the gate. The other positionals have picked up block. Even the Troll, but heartbreakingly, Niggled Troll. The Scum will be looking to keep them healthy and seeing if they can pick up some more skills. Third place, Chaos, coached by Finn Hell on the Real Slayers at 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Chaos Warriors showing block across the board. Very strong start for them. Ball carrier Beastman having a mutation in Sure Hands. Doubles going to a dodge on another Beastman. 2 Beastmen with Prehensile Tail trying to lock down those opponents. And another with Guard. No bench yet, however, but with some money in the bank, let's see if they pick up a Minotaur or maybe some Beastman bench. Now, fourth place, we can see tied for fourth. That is Underworld Denizens, coached by T-Squared. T-Squared, Chernobyl's finest at 3 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Excuse me, there it is. Looking at the team, we can see the Goblins have developed a bit of double or mutations, 3 of which are double heads, 1 big hand. The Skaven are a bit behind, but we do see 2 levels devoted towards a Claw on a Lineman and a Mighty Blow on a Blitzer. Still a long way to go there, development-wise, but still a long way to go in the season. Now we see the tied 4th place player. We have the Norse, coached by Ace Pilot, the Protectors of Azeroth, coming on the screen here. Yeti showing miss next game in 0 SPP. Definitely hurts for some skills and development there. Berserkers, though, looking quite strong, both having Guard to help with the blocking game. And a very agile runner here, seeing Blanche, Edge 4. Doubles going on a lineman for Guard. Very strong start for the other positionals here. Good start for the Norse development-wise. They'll be looking to keep healthy and continue that momentum as well. 6th place, we have Splinter coaching the Dark Elves this season on Don't Call Us Goth. 2 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. Coming on screen, we see miss next games across 3 players. That's why their TV is looking so low at 960 currently. Some fundamental skills are missing, one of which, of course, being tackle. So right off the bat, Temple niggles as well. The team is looking a little banged up, but definitely not out. So second half can see some development and some swings come back toward these guys to be contenders. 7th place, we have Kislev Circus, coached by Luke on Star Wars Jedi. 3 wins, 0 draws, 4 losses. Block being picked up on across multiple players helps round out the team with a tackle and a guard. They can swing this team many ways. Long way to go in the season as well. So keep an eye out for these guys to see what sort of diversity they pick up to complement the skills. 8th place, the Nurgle, coached by Hammer Time. The Traumaville Toxies at 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Seeing here, Nurgle Warriors a little bit behind the curve with Sergeant Kamakiman having block picked up by game 2. There hasn't been any further development for these guys yet. The Beast, though, picking up Stand Firm allows him to be a lot more sticky, a lot more of a nuisance. Absolutely awesome there. Only 1 Pestigar with skills, though, getting the nice Mighty Blow Claw combo to get through that armor. 9th place, Kodaris coaches the Goblins. The Honest Bunch at 2 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. Development-wise, we can see only 5 skills being picked up, 4 of which being on Goblins with Sidestep and a Troll with Guard. Still a long way to go with General Access being very difficult to get without, of course, the doubles. They'll be looking for that in the second half to pick up those core skills. 10th place, Vampire, the Vamplite, coached by Storn, is tied for 10th at 2-1 and 4. Vampire is developing nicely so far. 1 with Blodge, 1 with Mighty Blow Block. Unfortunately, a strength decreased. Count Beryllium has a block as well, so let's see if they replace them or not. The Thralls have a couple skills as well, but no bench really. With 120k in the bank, they have a couple options here to start off the second half. Look to see what sort of vampire complement they do for that. 11th, tied for 10th rather, we have the Wood Elves, coached by Astrolay. The Horn Hats coming on the screen now. We can see Treeman getting movement. Fantastic, negating that stand-up penalty. Amazing to have access to that utility. War Dancers not skilled up very much yet. That hurts, but the Frenzy allows a lot of options. With only 1 team reroll, the leader on the thrower gives a lot of efficiency for only 20k. The linemen managed to round out the roster with a few block and the doubles going towards a guard. 12th place, Tasserin coaches Slow as Fuck on the Dwarves. 1 win, 3 draws, 2 losses. Team showing some skills and some stats, amazingly. A lot of stats. Runner and Blitzer both showing agility out the gate, and a Longbeard with strength. That really complements the guard spam, and even having a Mighty Blow and a Troll Slayer. 1 niggled, however, so let's see if they replace that player or not. Just a very strong start. Unfortunately, low on the leaderboard, but still, if they do manage to make it through, this team is a strong contender with these stats, I would say. 13th here, we have Ogres, coached by Scar on Dauntless. This, no wins, but 4 draws and 3 losses. 1 Ogre, still waiting to see what they pick there at 9 SPP and a skill up. And 1 has doubles, picking up block. 1 has guard, but no other skills on the Ogres. Nobblers are showing only 2 as well, so low on the Nobbler skill count with only going to diving tackle. With such low development, Scar will be looking to complement wins with development to sort of get momentum carrying through to the second half. that the Ogres so desperately need. The skills hurts that for sure. Now, last but certainly not least, we do have the current 14th place, coached by Eriks, on the High Elves this season in the Asylum. No wins, 1 draw, and 5 losses. And you can see here the development of the team does tell the story as well, with only showing 630k TV on the top right. We can see a couple of skills coming out unchosen yet. But other than that, only 1 skill on a lineman that has double stat decreases and a few missing the next game. Definitely banged up, but still not out. This is definitely going to be an interesting story to keep track of and look to see if these guys can make it through in this position. Now that's going to do it for us here in the coverage this week. It was fun seeing how these teams are looking, and it's going to be awesome to see how they carry this to the second half and where they go with their teams. There's still a lot of Blood Bowl to be played, so stay tuned here and we'll keep coverage. Next week we'll come with some more clips and see how the teams are faring and playing on the pitch. As always, thank you very much for your time. This is Good Time, sending it back to you.
Thank you, Good Time, for another great coverage of the Nurgle division. So, as promised earlier, we have a surprise for you. So, let's not wait any more time and let's go to it.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time.
Welcome to the division where it flows thicker than water, so will the amount of corn jokes in this episode. We investigate what Dr. Payne is the doctor last place and if he can come back. Then Conyark's Ogres smash into the second round without boneheading their way into the Covenant Hooligan division. And J-Town Okie skips the tradition of taking the tier 3 team after winning last season. But can he still skitter his way into a repeat? Find this out and more in this episode of the Corn Division. We start off with Makes Me Looks Fat Ankiv team, who is leading the division. Ankiv is picking up wins faster than a bloodthirster looking for blood and blood rage. And these ladies are built to bash, and they bash harder than Bretonians trying to defend their skulls. It is insane. He's doing fantastic. Look at all this. He even has a kick with tons of guard. And 190 gold saved up. He is set to make it to round 2 with no problem. J-Town Okie's things are looking up. Team are looking in great shape as their opponents haven't yet realized that the best time to remove a Skaven's head is in fact while they're looking up. These Skaven must be from Clan Mulder as they are looking pumped. If they can stay alive, they are in prime position to repeat. But their skulls are a premium right now, and Korn loves premium skulls. We've never had a Skaven champion before, but these guys are starting to build in position to be that first team. In position 3, we have Lando the Gambler, Pork Chop Express. And if I was a gambler, I would be gambling on this team. His prime position players are stacked, and with 90k in the bank, he can easily go back to 11 players. And as I always say, 11 skulls is always better than 10. In position 4, Proxy 85, RAS is developing and winning games as elves do. And also as elves do, they've sustained 5 deaths. And you know how the old saying goes, when life gives you lemons, blood for the blood god. In position 5, we had Mad Cam to Us Puppies. We look at this team not because of how well they're coming along, or at their strong TV value already, or the fact that they have good rerolls and fan factor, but as a specific zombie that is really getting Korn's attention. Baldric Naparm has been snapping arms all season and just putting people down. He is currently at 7 injuries, and for a nobody player, he is quickly getting Korn's attention, and at this rate, he might even catch Korn's favor. This is something a lot more than what the Flesh Golems are doing, as they are taking their time to go up the roster. This one strictly gains skill up just through MVPs. He might get injury here or there, but the real star player of this team, the unsung hero, is this zombie. So we've looked through the first 5 teams, and since one does not gain favor from Corn by looking at 14 teams, we are going to skip ahead a little bit and just see who's where in the positionings. We got Warcaster 3-1-3, the Undead Atomic Undead Boogie Vort with 3-1-4, and then we have the Ogres and the Mighty Blow Maulers Comyark 3-4-1. Now this is a very interesting team, and let's take a closer look at it. And when I mean interesting, I mean this is a team with 6 big guys to just wreck people and spill blood, and then they have a whole bunch of weak guys that will spill their own blood. And you know what? Corn does not care for which the blood flows as long as it flows. So this is the perfect Corn team. So these guys right here, they all have guard. You see the secret weapon right here, the Agility 4 Noblar. He's got the catchers. He's got the setup for what he needs to win games. And he has been winning games. His only problem, 3 team rerolls. He knows it. I knows it. The world knows it. He needs more rerolls. That's just how Ogres play. But the biggest statistic, and statistics don't lie, 87 injuries afflicted right here. That is a big number. Big number, and that's what he needs to win. Alright. With that, you could say that Cognac is going to be able to make it into the second division, into round 2, without having to go to his Covenant Hooligan division. It's been a while since he's been the winner of the Hooligan division. He might once again miss out on that privilege to compete in that competition for a easier ride into the playoffs. Now we continue looking at the other teams, where we have Kimry Old World Reborn with Rental 3-0-4. Starting to straddle that line as we get further down. Dwarf Mini Dickas, Cosmodian 2-2-3. Hey, props for you playing the second worst team in the game. Undead, do you guys have phones? Phasers, what a good name. 2-2-3. Dwarf Vaporeal Rabbit Slayers Guinness, also taking a shot with the dwarves. Ooh, these two, props to you. And then you have Orc, Son of an Orc. I like that name too. Wolf Howl. And then in the very last place, Goblin, the Dastardly Devils, Dr. Helix, 1-1-5. Well, let's see what this guy has fallen to. The Doctor of Pain has fallen to Doctor of Last Place. What is wrong with this team, and can he bounce back? As you can see right here, he has a pretty high team value, but in retrospect to the other teams, it may not matter. It's 980. You typically have to be below 200, and then you see all these guys with dodge, and he has a couple weapons. But is this really enough for the Doctor to inflict the pain? I have no idea. The Doctor does not have an apothecary. Who needs an apothecary for a 40k player? And then he has 3 team rerolls, which is plenty, and he struggles in the fan factor. But you know what? This is the Corn division, and only one statistics matters. 73 injuries. That's not too bad, right? Not too bad at all, but not enough for him to win the games he's needed. 22 casualties sustained, you know what? And 65 injured players. Oh, good God. So, he's still on the plus side of this. The Doctor of Pain has been dishing out the pain, but just not enough for him to win. Alright, gentlemen, that is it for the Corn division. Remember, stats don't lie, but your skull could on the skull throne. Back to you, Cord.
Thank you, Cat Thing. Sorry for spreading fake news about your death. I'm so happy to see that you're still alive. Wow, I never saw that one coming. Well, that was our special guest appearance, Cat Thing, former best host and now covering the Corn division for the new coolest kid in town. Alright guys, thanks you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, and more importantly, do not forget, may the less worst of us win. Cordarus out.